My name is Jason Allen, and you're watching Boss Talk on the Rooftop.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Boss Talks on the Rooftop. I'm Bryson Fowler. This is season 2. We're inside. We're usually on the roof, but because the weather's been acting real crazy, we're taking it inside. Our good friends at the Attaché Cigar Lounge actually let us use their VIP room. Today, I have the greatest honor of introducing Jason Allen, big-time lawyer in Dallas. And he's going to help introduce our sponsor today, which is Dulce Spirits. We've been provided with a bottle of Tropical Sensation, and he's going to help us bless the bottle today.
Yes, sir. Let's get this started. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like how you poured that. You could have poured mine.
I'll wait on you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, my bad.
Such a gentlemanly thing to do.
I got a little trick at it. All right, let's do it. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Smooth.
It's good.
The cigar that I'm going to introduce to you today is going to be mild with a sweet leaf to it.
Okay.
Now, most of my cigars are medium to dark.
Okay.
Right? What that usually means is you have a deeper tobacco taste. The smoke is a little smoother.
Okay.
Yeah, take that top part off. Now puff while I light it. There you go. Now you're gonna inhale. No, you're gonna puff it. Mm-hmm. Don't inhale.
Well, I know how to smoke.
Okay, cool.
But I don't smoke cigars.
Right. So don't inhale a cigar.
Okay.
All right. You're gonna get messed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
There you go. Swish it around your mouth. Blow it out.
All
right. Now that you've kind of been introduced to it, how do you feel about the smoke?
It's cool. Yeah. It's kind of like wine. You know how you can appreciate wine?
Yeah.
So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Mild is where I'm going to start. Probably where I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah. So, what I like about the mild cigars, you don't really get that in the morning cigar breath.
Okay.
And you don't have that, like, I'm walking around with my breath funky, like I've been smoking all day.
And it'll be in your clothes. That's just smoke in general.
Smoke in general.
Okay.
Ain't nothing gonna help that. Some spray. So Jay, I appreciate you coming on with us. Like, we really wanted to get into like your journey to becoming like one of the top defense attorneys in the DFW. How did that come about? So I went to law school. Before I went to law school, I was actually a bartender. Mm-hmm. So I bartended for about 5 years. After 5 years after college, like I didn't go to law school until I was 27. Oh wow!
Yeah, so I didn't go to law school. I was 27. Took some years off. I really, tried to figure out life. Really figure out exactly what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I had that opportunity to do that. Went to law school in Chicago. I also wanted to get away. To experience something completely different. Right. Like as you mentioned in the intro, we're inside today because it was a winter storm, what we call a winter storm. Right. Well, I lived in Chicago for 4 years, so I know a winter storm, Right. But anyway, went up there, got away, used law school as a time to just really experience something different. A lot of people that look like me from here, I'm actually from Duncanville. Oh, wow. A lot of people in my family, they never really got away from Dallas. Most people just stay in Dallas. It's what they know. So anyway, I took law school as a time to go away, so I didn't apply to any schools in Texas. And went to Chicago, had a good time. 3 years of my life, focused on that. Graduated, did a fellowship after law school for a year, dealing with diversity in law. Because I thought about going the professor route, like being in administration law school, but I decided I wanted to actually practice. So I got a job as a prosecutor. So I started on the prosecution side, and I got a job in Amarillo, Texas. Was there for about a year and a half. Wanted to get back to Dallas. So then I got a job in Ellis County, which is basically Waxahachie. And I was down there for about 2 years or so. And then my boss, At the time, I didn't have court or anything. You know, I was prosecuted. I didn't have court, nothing. So I went in. I had a lot of cases I had to handle. And I had on a dress pants and a jacket,
right,
and a shirt, nice dress shirt. And he was like, around here, even if you don't have court, you still got to wear a tie. You got to be in suit and tie at all times.
Right.
And I was just like, thinking to myself, I went to college for 4 years, I went to law school for 3 years to kind of, be my own person.
Right.
And here I am, a man telling me, I don't have court, I don't have nothing, but you better have on a tie.
You better have on.
That's when I was like, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to step out. I stepped out on faith and opened up my own practice and actually took over the judges. The judge was a defense attorney before they became a judge in Ellis County. Took over their office and just kind of, the rest is, pretty much kind of history, I guess. And I've been practicing now since on my own for about, about 7 years now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yep, that's it. I know it's kind of a long-winded, but that's the truth.
But we want to know it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what was your purpose for law? This is me.
My purpose for law, it started at a young age. So come from a single parent home. Mm-hmm. My mother, at a young age, she went to. I'm the oldest of 3, so I saw her probably around maybe 4th grade. I can remember she was working at a job, and then all of a sudden she just quit. She went back to school. So she went to Mountain View, and then now that I'm older, I understood she went to Mountain View. She would drop us off at Mountain View at night. She would drive to El Centro and take a class at Mountain View, then drive to El Centro, take a class, come back and pick us up at Mountain View. Yeah, she did that for 2 years, got her associates. And then she went to UTA, got her bachelor's in social work. And then she went to DBU, Dallas Baptist, and got her master's in social work.
Oh, wow.
And but before that, I remember we were renting a home. And the guy screwed my mom over. Took the deposit but didn't allow us to be in the house. And she kept calling law offices. She couldn't afford anybody. And I just remember why are attorneys so expensive? And I was like, I'm gonna be an attorney one day because that's not gonna happen to people like my mama when I'm older.
Right.
And that kind of started me on that path for real.
So you saw where we were underserved in your own community firsthand.
Correct.
How the legal system is not geared toward helping us within our community.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing, so, like I said, I've been practicing on my own for 7 years. Before that, I was prosecuted for about 4 or 5. So I got, I guess it's been a total of about 9-10 years because I literally got sworn in on my 30th birthday, November 12, 2012. Oh. So this year I'll be 40, so I've been practicing law for about 10 years.
Wow.
And so I've, I've been able to see that the legal profession wasn't built for us. It wasn't. And so now that we're kind of part of it in a different perspective, they've had to kind of change some of the rules. But yeah, justice is definitely something that's not equally handed out. And I don't really like to call it justice, because a lot of time, we take for instance the most popular things, unfortunately, that we can all kind of, in a sense, understand without going into too much depth. Is like police killing an unarmed black man. You say that, right. Everybody understands what you're talking about. At least they should, right?
Right.
As black men.
Right.
I don't think any justice comes from one of our brothers being killed and then that the killer being convicted. That's not really justice,
Right.
Because justice would have been I never met you. I never. My brother's still here. We don't have to even deal with this. It's not really justice. It's really accountability.
Right.
And so I think that accountability is really not handed out.
Right.
In a very equal way.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a strong thing that you just said. There's accountability because a lot of our generations, they don't understand being held accountable for your actions.
Correct.
They think there's some sense of entitlement. And it's like, you got to be accountable for what you've done,
right?
What you haven't done. You got to be accountable for what your team do,
right?
So it's when you go into saying like the justice and understanding that passing out punishment doesn't necessarily mean justice. Like how you said, it's kind of like we're trying to attribute and give it accountability. Like we're trying to hold a person accountable for their actions.
Correct.
So a lot of times people think like, hey, justice for, Trayvon Martin, justice for this, but it's like, yo, it's not just about the justice. It's about having accountability and responsibility for, hey, this was done. What are we doing about it? Or what is the culprit being done to serve his atonement for it?
Yeah, I completely agree. And speaking of Trayvon, I mean, today, ironically, well, whatever. Again, I wish I had never known of Trayvon, because if I had known him, I mean, he would be 27 years old today. Today is his 27th birthday, and he'd be 27. Being living his best black life. Doing Black History Month. So, but unfortunately, he didn't get that opportunity out of fear. Because I think it boils down to fear.
Right.
Like going back to the criminal system that we have. When you look at when the judge sometimes looks at a black young man, they see, well, let's just go ahead and give him the harshest punishment because all I'm doing is locking him away before he continues to commit crime. But then you see a lot of times when there's a white young man, it's always, well, I don't want to ruin his life. I don't want to give him too much, or, we got to make sure we redeem him. And that's because inherently when they look at a white person, a white male, whatever, they see themselves sometimes. They can relate. They just see some hope. But when, it's a young black man, it's always, in a very negative light. But anyway, don't want to beat that too much.
I feel, because we can keep going down that, but I get it.
Right.
But it's important that we touch on it.
Right.
So it's real. You're a huge Dallas Cowboys fan.
Big time. More than you. We kind of talk sports, and I know a lot more than you do.
Come on.
And I think
Come on.
And I think
now
that I know.
Cap.
And I
now
think
you capping.
And I think that my Super Bowl predictions actually worked a little better than yours. I told you that the Bengals were gonna win, and then I told you that
you lucked out on the Bengals.
Yeah.
I knew. I said I want the Niners to win because they beat us.
Okay.
But I knew their offense wasn't gonna be able to sustain the Rams.
Okay.
So I knew that.
Okay.
You had me on the Bengals.
So who you got for the Super Bowl?
I got the Rams.
And I think I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
See.
And now we got proof. We'll see what's what.
Yeah.
We'll see what's what.
He losing.
All right.
But anyway. But yeah. So Cowboys fan, grew up in Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
and Dallas Mavericks.
And really?
And Dirk Nowitzki is probably one of the greatest players of all time. And he married a black woman.
Yeah, he did.
So
I have nothing against Dirk. It's just like, Cuban.
He changed the game. He changed the game. Changed it. For Dirk, there was not a stretch power forward. No, there was people like Tim Duncan, fundamental. Dirk changed the game. No, there was no 7-footers running around beyond the 3-point line with the ball, spot up shooting on it. It just didn't happen. So anyway,
because he couldn't go in the post.
Fowler. Continue. Stick to roofing.
All right, Alan.
Not sports.
All right, Alan. See?
This is your roofing man. Right here. Not your sports guy.
Hey, man. Hey.
Fowler roofing.
Hey, we're taxes.
All right,
tax pros, right? Hey.
Okay. Oh, and he does tax.
But this is why I can't talk sports with you. Because you're nonsense.
Okay.
Your nonsense is crazy.
I respect your opinion.
Hey, these are facts.
Okay.
Because you completely went left with Reggie Miller. And then you're on Nowitzki so tough. Like, 2011 was a great year.
I am really glad that this Dole C Spirits is here.
Hey,
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, sponsor.
Girl with the hat. Right. It's on point. Because you got this man talking reckless. Your next venture out, right? Because you have investments, and then you're going back to the bartending, right?
Yeah, so right now being an attorney, when you're really passionate, because what I really wanted to do was be a social worker. My mom was like, no, you're not going to make any money. Go be an attorney. And so I kind of pretty much listened to her. That may be why it took me a little while to actually go to law school. But, on a day-to-day basis, that's some real heavy stuff, like you're dealing with. I mean, like Friday, I was cool. Friday was fine. And I ended up having to run the court. Well, I didn't run the court, Zoom court, and deal with a dude that just was going around like on whatever these apps where you can sell stuff, meeting up with people with no intention of buying it, and then just robbing them at gunpoint. You know, this is a 15-year-old. You know, did it a couple times, and so
it's not funny, but it's like, God,
but these are
really?
things I deal with on the daily. You know, rapes, and you know, I got 15-year-old murder. It's just a lot of heavy stuff. And when you really care, it starts to take a toll on you, and you gotta kind of take care of yourself. And so what I've done, I've gotten into some real estate investments, and some true passive income. Did that through some family, acquired it through family, and then you mentioned going back to bartending, and I want to do something that's a stress reliever, also make money. So I want to bartend, and I got an opportunity to do it in Addison, possibly the old Union Park, and I did well at bartending before. If you can't tell, I'm not one short on words, and I can talk with the least and the best of them. Least when it comes to sports, best of when it comes to
whoa, time out. See,
it's joke. I'm just being sarcastic.
Taking shots. You know what? You don't know sports, and it's okay.
All right,
it's cool. It's fine.
I respect your opinion.
I'm cool with it. Dose got you feeling good, huh? The dose got you feeling good.
Yeah, it's good. No complaint.
Well, hey, bro, I appreciate you coming through. Many blessings, many more blessings coming towards your way. Always supportive of you. I appreciate you supporting us as well.
Yes, sir.
Tell us how can we reach out to you? How can we find you? If you have anything that you want us to support you in, let us know. If you have an IG, anything like that.
I have an IG. It's Jason JAYSON JD06. So JAYSON JD06. And that's because, JD being an attorney and 06 being member Alpha Attorney Incorporated.
Already. So you're A by A.
There you go.
So that's what's wrong with it. But no, guys, man, hey, Jason, always an honor, man. You want to come on the show anytime, bro. I appreciate you.
Maybe we're in the rooftop sometime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, guys, this is Boss Talks on the Rooftop. Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember, storms don't last, but your home should. Peace. 2 fingers. Don't make me laugh.
You gotta laugh first, anyway.
I hate to play with it all I did.
Okay, look at the logo that's on the Mavs court. It's an unstoppable shot. It's better than Reggie Mills' fadeaway. Like, it's okay. Just be like, you know what? I'm not really that well versed on this, so we gonna move on.
No,
don't try to get
you just completely went left and said it's better than Reggie Miller fadeaway.
I didn't. Well, I mean, it's
you completely went left. Everybody, welcome. This is Bryson Fowler with Boss Talks on the Rooftop, season 2. Goddamn.